World War II, also known as the Second World War, was a global conflict that lasted from 1939 to 1945. It was the deadliest conflict in human history, with an estimated 50 to 80 million fatalities. The war involved most of the world's nations, including all of the great powers, and was fought between two main alliances, the Allies and the Axis. The war was sparked by the aggressive expansion of Nazi Germany, led by Adolf Hitler, who sought to establish a Third Reich and dominate Europe. The Nazis' aggressive behavior, including the invasion of Poland in 1939, led to the declaration of war by France and the United Kingdom. The war soon spread to other parts of the world, including Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. The Axis powers, which included Germany, Italy, and Japan, were united in their desire to expand their territories and establish a new world order. Germany, under Hitler's leadership, sought to conquer and dominate Europe, while Italy, led by Benito Mussolini, sought to expand its colonial empire in Africa and the Mediterranean. Japan, led by Hideki Tojo, sought to expand its empire in Asia and the Pacific. The Allies, which included the United States, the United Kingdom, France, and the Soviet Union, were united in their desire to defeat the Axis powers and protect their territories and interests. The United States, which had initially maintained a policy of neutrality, entered the war after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941. The Soviet Union, which had initially collaborated with Nazi Germany, turned against the Nazis after the German invasion of the Soviet Union in June 1941. Some of the major events of the war include, first, the invasion of Poland. Germany's invasion of Poland in September 1939 marked the beginning of the war. Next, we have the Battle of Britain. The German air campaign against the United Kingdom, which lasted from July to October 1940, was a significant turning point in the war. Continuing with the major events, we have the invasion of the Soviet Union. Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union in June 1941, known as Operation Barbarossa, was a major blunder that ultimately led to the defeat of the Nazis. Then, there's the attack on Pearl Harbor. Japan's surprise attack on the United States naval base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, in December 1941 drew the United States into the war. Moving on, the D-Day invasion. The Allied invasion of Nazi-occupied France on June 6, 1944, known as D-Day, marked a significant turning point in the war. Finally, the atomic bombings. The United States atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 led to Japan's surrender and the end of the war. The war was fought on multiple fronts, including, first, the European theatre. The war in Europe was fought between the Allies and the Axis powers, with major battles taking place in Poland, France, the Soviet Union, Germany, then the Pacific theatre. The war in the Pacific was fought between the Allies and Japan, with major battles taking place in China, the Philippines, the islands of the Pacific. Moving on, we have the African theatre. The war in Africa was fought between the Allies and the Axis powers, with major battles taking place in North Africa and Ethiopia. Lastly, the Asian theatre. The war in Asia was fought between the Allies and Japan, with major battles taking place in China, India, and Southeast Asia. Some of the key players in the war include Adolf Hitler, the leader of Nazi Germany, who was responsible for the aggressive expansion of Germany and the atrocities committed during the war. Benito Mussolini, the leader of fascist Italy, who collaborated with Hitler and sought to expand Italy's colonial empire. And Hideki Tojo, the leader of Japan, who sought to expand Japan's empire in Asia and the Pacific. Winston Churchill, the leader of the United Kingdom, played a significant role in rallying the British people during the war. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the leader of the United States, played a significant role in shaping the Allied strategy and leading the country through the war. Joseph Stalin, the leader of the Soviet Union, turned against the Nazis after the German invasion of the Soviet Union and played a significant role in the defeat of Germany. The war had a profound impact on the world, leading to the formation of the United Nations, an international organization dedicated to promoting peace and preventing future conflicts. It also led to the emergence of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers.